Wednesday, homespun friends. I'm so glad to see you today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I wanted to stop in and give you some fun and frugal ideas of things you might could do with your family this summer. As you know, we have been talking about trying to save money, get out of debt and stay out of debt, and to live a more simplistic lifestyle without all of the frills that we think that we need to have. And so finding fun and frugal things to do in the summer is a wonderful idea to help us cut back on our spending. And you do not have to spend a lot of money to have a good time. And most of us already know that. So I want to share these thoughts with you on things that you might look for to do in your area. One thing that our family always did is we attended festivals. When we heard about summer festivals on Saturdays, we would make plans. We usually did not buy anything at the festival, but there was always live music. Once in a while, we might get some cotton candy and split it amongst the children, and we would see people maybe that we knew. We would watch people making crafts. We sometimes people would bring their pets, and my children always loved to see the different dogs and animals that were out at the festival. And then we would usually on the way home stop and have something to eat at an inexpensive place. And so that was a fun day. It didn't cost us very much, and we really enjoyed getting out. So look around for some festivals in your area. Another thing that's popular is $1 movies. Now, I know that all throughout North Carolina, movie theaters have $1 or $2 movies for the kids during the summer. Usually it's second run movies, but that's okay because kids love to watch movies over and over again. I know that one of the movies that my kids always loved was Goonies, and whenever they showed Goonies, we would try to take them to the $1 movie and let them see that. Just the atmosphere of being in the theater was a lot of fun. They could even invite a friend if they wanted to because it was inexpensive to take a friend. And they would also usually have $1 popcorn and drinks. And so sometimes we could, kind of plan for that. And even at spending $1 for popcorn and drink and a ticket, that's $3 a person. You really cannot go wrong going to a movie during the summer for that. And they were usually offered about every other week. And so it gave us something to look forward to as a family. Look around in your area, call your local theaters, and see if they're offering a special $1 movie in your area. Another thing you can look for is parks and playgrounds or splash pads. Now, this is something that my daughters love to do with my grandchildren, and that is to find a local playground or a local park. And there's no charge to get into those things, and you can have a lot of fun just letting the children run and play. Many times they will run by the store. They might pick up a $1 pack of the fun box drinks or the little squeezable drinks that are very inexpensive. They will take a cooler from home and put those on ice. Maybe take a little bag of chips from the house, and then they have a little snack for the kids. And I know that yesterday my daughters did this when they went to the city park. The city park was totally full with kids. I think a VBS or something had taken a lot of kids over there. And so they decided to go to one of my girls has a church, and it has a playground that's in the shade and it's fully enclosed with a fence. And since all of the children are 5 and under, they like to try to keep them corralled in one space. And so they decided to go over there to the church and let the children play and slide and swing and run. Then they had snacks for them at the picnic table. And then after a couple hours, they went home and took a good nap. And so it's a lot of fun and lots of free fun for you to go and find a park. One thing that's really becoming popular in our area that's free most places is going to a splash pad or a spray ground, as they call it. And we have some of those in the different neighborhoods around our area, and they'll shoot up the water all around the area where they have the splash pad, and the kids can put on their bathing suits and run and play and cool off. And sometimes you can arrange to meet some of their friends over there, and they always love that in the summertime when they're not in school and maybe not seeing their friends like they normally would. So think about that. Another thing that our town offers is trails. We have several trails in our area where you can walk and see all of the beautiful scenery. If you're a mom or grandmom, pack you a couple of pads of paper and some pencils, and then sit down at some point on your trail and allow the children to sketch something that they see in the trail. Perhaps they could sketch birds or trees or flowers. And even though they're not, the best artist, and I'm not the best artist, we all can have fun being able to just walk on the trail and draw and do something that if you don't plan for something like that, you're probably not going to do it, but it's totally free. So think about that. Another thing to do is to plan for cheap crafts at home. This was something I did a lot with my children because for a while there, we only had one car, and when Dad took that car to work, we didn't have a lot of freedom to go around. So what I would do is just try to use the resources I had at home to have fun crafts almost every day for the kids to do. And it took a little bit effort and work to pull that together. Something you definitely have to plan for or look it up on the computer. Use your computer and the internet as an access for you to get all kinds of information. But I know that we would get out in the water sprinkler. We would make Play-Doh. We would make lava. We would make macaroni necklaces. We would paint the little macaroni manicotti and we'd put it on yarn necklaces. We did all kinds of fun things like that. You know, we made an ocean in a bottle. We tried to do fun activities with little glass jars. We tried to use our little toilet paper rolls and make fun things. You can do all kinds of great activities at home with your kids with a little preparation. And the children get to be creative and make something. They love that. And they treasure those times. And I treasure all the memories that I have with my children of doing those things. So try to be creative and think of crafts you can do at home. Also, think about visiting a waterfall. Do you have any waterfalls in your area or local historical sites that might not charge any money for you to attend? When my children were small, we did this a lot of weekends. I want to show you this book. I'm going to lean over and pick it up for you. This was a book that we used. It is called 100 Practically Perfect Places in the North Carolina Mountains. Um, this is my husband's publisher, Robert L. Williams, and he is deceased now, but this is one of his most popular books in our area. He really sold a lot of these, and this is how we got to meet him, was through this book. And we took this book and we went to many of these sites. And what Robert L. Williams did is he would tell you where the site was, give you some history about the site. Then he would tell you how much it cost, if anything, to visit the site. He would give you some nearby areas that you might could visit while you were driving and kind of summarize everything that you would need to know about the trip. And so what we did, and this is our actual book that we had. Let me lean over and lay this other book down. And I will just show you some of the things that we actually wrote in this book when we would visit these sites. Here we went to the Zebulon Vance birthplace. And we enjoyed getting to see these sites, and I would write down who got to go. I would also, as you can see here, I've taken some notes about who thought what about the trip. I would also talk about some other things we did here. I said that we drove on the parkway and we ate at Pizza Hut for supper because that was one of the kids' favorite things to do. There's 10 best waterfalls in this book, 10 best cemeteries to visit. You know, one of the cemeteries in western North Carolina has a man that his body was buried in 3 different grave sites. And so my boys thought that was just phenomenal. And so we used this book a lot to make notes. And here you can see one of the things that my boys got was some Confederate money when they were visiting. Like here is November the 17th, 2001 on Saturday. Dad, Mom, Lee, Paul, Natalie, and Kelly, all the whole family got to go on this trip. And we went to Weaverville and got to visit a historical site there. And after that, I put at the bottom that we were able to go on and visit Mount Mitchell from this particular site that we visited. And so try to find something fun like this that you may even find in your library. And that's another thing I wanted to point out. You know, your library is a great resource for fun, free activities for your kids. My children always participated in the summer reading program. They always had stuff that they gave away. They gave away coloring books and markers and bookmarks, stickers. If you read so many books, you got a free pizza coupon. Then if you read so many more books, you got a free McDonald's Happy Meal. They just always had people coming in to talk to the children. They did balloon animals and all kinds of fun things with the kids. And so once a week we would go to the library, and my children looked so forward to that day every single week. And not only can you find things for your children, but you can find things for yourself at the library. And they always have the local newspapers in your library, and that is a good resource to look up activities that are coming up in your neighborhood. If you do not subscribe to your local paper while your children are at the library, be sure to check out the newspaper. Open it up to the community section. See where activities are going to be going on, where festivals are going to be going on. Find fun things that are free. Many companies and businesses will offer free activities, especially in the summertime, because they know families are looking for inexpensive things to do. So keep your eyes open for that. And then also, see if there's anything like this book in your area, or maybe you could just on your own start researching and see what are some neat cemeteries that my family might like to see? What are some neat historical sites that wouldn't cost us very much to get into that we could continue to learn in the summertime? Just because we're out of school doesn't mean we stop learning. Um, Maybe you could even get a book about that site and read it before you go. We did some of that, reading up on the person whose home we were going to visit. Um, just really take into consideration that you have a lot of things at your fingertips that your family can do for very little money or for free. So I'm going to exchange my books back because I need my notes. Just to finish up our little talk, I wanted to remind you about Vacation Bible School. Most churches have Vacation Bible School in the summertime. It is a great way to put God's Word into the hearts of your children. And it's also a great way for them to burn off some of the energy of the summertime and to be with their friends, to just make crafts and learn to sing and dance to the music. All of the music that the children learn in Vacation Bible School is biblically based. And so they are going to be learning things that will stay with them for the rest of their lives. And some of my children's best memories are not just the Vacation Bible School that we would have at our church, but also Vacation Bible Schools that I let them attend at other churches. And they would often see, friends that they're out for the summer and they don't normally get to see, and they would really love that experience. So don't forget to keep your eyes open. Most churches will advertise in the newspaper, or you can just, if you drive past a church, be sure to look at their billboard, or maybe give them a call and see if there's Bible school going on for them. And you might even know someone in that church that your child would be comfortable being around during that week of Bible school. Another thing you might consider is contacting your employer or your spouse's employer and seeing if they have any free passes or reduced ticket passes to amusement parks, zoos, or other local theme parks or activities. This is something that my daughters have taken advantage of. Both of their husbands have been able to get free or drastically reduced tickets to events. Um, it is not something that they automatically just hand out to you. You usually have to ask. They will put it on a worksheet that goes around their business. And if you don't think to ask about it then and sign up for it, you're probably not going to get it. And if you get really busy at your job, you might forget to even look at that. So tell your spouse, check in to see if there's any tickets or free available activities that we can do through your work. One son-in-law recently took us and his family to a NASCAR race, and it was wonderful because we got to sit in a private box that was fully air conditioned, and it was a lot of fun, and we did it free. Another activity, my other daughter, her husband recently put his name on the list to get free Carowinds tickets. His work gives out free Carowinds tickets. You just have to put your name on the list, how many tickets you want for your family, and then you just have to wait for your name to roll up. So there might be things like that your employer does, and even your bank. I know that my bank offers reduced amusement park tickets, and they also offer other discounted things. It might be oil changes or other activities that your family might could do all year round, not just in the summertime. So be sure to be alert to any reduced things that you can get through your work and through your bank. Another thing our grandkids love, love, love to do is go to the airport. If you live near an airport, just take your children or grandchildren there and let them watch the airplanes take off and land. They will think that is just amazing. And our grandchildren can stand there for a really long time and just watch the planes take off and land. They love it. And it is kind of exciting to see this huge jet lift up off the ground. It's amazing to see how that happens. And so take them to the airport. That's totally free. Maybe on the way home, you can stop at an ice cream store. Or if you don't want to spend that much money stopping at an ice cream store, how about just running into your local Aldi or discount store and picking up a box of ice cream sandwiches or popsicles for $1.99 and split those up among your kids? They will really think that is a fun treat. And then also remember that with July the 4th coming up, there's going to be a lot of fireworks and fun activities related to that. I know that many times we can stand in our own yard and see fireworks from across the way where they're shooting them off. And we can just sit outside on a blanket in the grass and watch. And it is totally free to just do that and enjoy the summertime and make memories. And you do not have to spend a lot of money to have a good time and to make those memories and embrace every day that God has given you. Friends, it's been great to share some of my tips and ideas with you today. I hope they've been meaningful to you. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up, for liking and subscribing my videos. I just want to thank you for your support of me as I get started here on the Homespun Wife channel. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye now.